So here's a situation, right? I was getting ready to practice. I was getting to do my daily practice routine. And then I go and press on the hi-hat stand just gently, right? And then the rod just snaps. The rod that controls the pedal, it goes inside this little hole right here. It just goes off and, snaps. So I don't have anything in that hole right there. The pedal is useless, it's just there. So obviously this isn't going to be a quick, easy job. I mean, I can't fix this with normal tape or anything like that. So this is going to take a lot more time, probably like a day or two to fix. So this isn't going to be a quick, easy fix, but it sure as hell is going to save you a bunch of money though. Like on Amazon, they're like 40 to like 60 or 80 bucks, right? I'm gonna try doing this with less than 20 bucks essentially, and this video is gonna teach you how. Where the rod is, clean it, from all the little metal parts that were there before. Like mine, they had those little bits of metal. You want to clean that up and have that clean hole ready to put something in it. Now here next, you see that I'm going to use a hook screw. I forgot the actual name for them, but that's what I call them. Now you don't have to use this. As you see there, I have a regular screw, right? The reason I use the hook screw is that it has that smooth hook. I don't like the barbed, screw tip thing. The smooth hook gives it a better fit in, and it's easier to put in and stuff like that. You need a cutting tool too to do that. You can use clothes hangers, anything. Now, what I'm doing here is when you get anything, any screw type of thing, you have to check if it really does fit in that hole. If it's a little bit too big, obviously it won't fit. If it's a little bit too small, then okay, the way I see it, if it's smaller than the hole, then it's gonna last, but not that long. If it's like exactly the same size, then it's gonna last a pretty long time. Now, as you can see here, I already made little dents and stuff like that where I'm gonna cut it. Now, if I were you, I would recommend cutting it where there's a little bit more of the hook side, so you can hook it easier. Now, I'm sorry for this video. This video's upside down. I don't know what my phone did. I'm recording with my phone. I really don't know what it did. But what I'm doing now is just cutting it. You want to make sure to cut it evenly on each side, so you get a clean cut, essentially. That's pretty much it that's gonna happen here. I should have. You also want to make sure not to cut yourself with this, because it's metal. It's cut metal, so just be safe. So as you can see, I have the full screw and the hook screw that I just cut. Now, what you can do later on, if it does break, which I highly doubt it will, but let's just say it does, you can cut it again and just use the pliers, or are they the pliers? Yeah, I think they're pliers, and then just put the cut piece and make it into a hook like I do now. I use yeah, those, I think, I forgot the name, I think they're pliers, I'm pretty sure they're pliers. But yeah, you want to like put it in between the teeth and then just gently, hard but you know, not too hard, press on it until you feel it make a hook, like a better hook. Now the hook is good for whenever you're playing and you're playing like a 4-hour show or something like that, you know, practicing like a long time. You don't want that piece to fall out again, so the hook kind of stops it on one side. Now on the other side you can do this, but just for the sake of the video and trying to make it fast, you know, to practice quick, I just did it, you know, on one side. It works either way, I think it'll last more double-sided. Now here, I was the only one doing this. It wasn't anybody else, so, you know, it was just me. If I were you, I'd recommend getting another person to hold the rod while you put in the hook screw through that hole. But if it's just you, then I fully understand it. It just gets a little bit difficult, as you can see. Like I kind of messed up, and you don't need to put the front side to it on the back side, if that makes sense. I tried doing it in the back side because I thought it was gonna be easier and better for the jumps. But as I came to keep on thinking about it, I thought it was gonna be. I figured to put it up in front like I did now. Now you just want to adjust it so to it where it goes inside that little hole. Yeah, like that. So now this should be the finished product. As you can see, the pedal is in full working condition now. You can move it and stuff now. As you can see, that little hook thing is well in there. And if it moves, I mean, you can put it back in, no problem. Because if you still have that little hook screw, that tiny hook screw thing. But yeah, it should look like that. The rod should come down like it usually does for all the other ones. For, you know, the regular ones. And there you can see it actually is going down. You have to make sure that it does, you know. And those are basically all the tools you'll need for this. And now again, just to recap, you don't need a hook screw, but if you do, it definitely helps. Because it's like 3 in 1, 3 little hooks in one, in case it breaks 3 times, which it shouldn't. But I mean, if it does, you should invest in new ones. I know I do too, but I don't have that much money. You know, just a Mexican job, as I would say it. And here, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but it's just to show you that it actually does work. This is like the finished product already, as I moved it into my room. Actually, I noticed it moves a lot quicker now than it did before. I don't know why that is. I think I might have moved something I shouldn't have, or I don't know what, but it moves a lot quicker. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. All you really need is the hook screw. That's pretty much it. You know, hook screw, close screw, I forgot the name for these. But these don't cost that much. You can buy a 3-pack in Home Depot for like $1.18, right? Now sometimes Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart even may have these stands where you can buy them a piece. And the lowest I've seen them go, you know, me going there is like 15 cents, 15 cents. That's not a lot. That's actually a great bargain deal. You really don't need to buy a 24 pack or anything, because unless you're doing another job, I mean, you can use the same one. This one's the one I already cut, and cut it right there where the ridges are, you know, where you can see those. Cut it again and use that tool to bend it. Now, I'm not going to count the tools in this because I already had it. I mean, you should be able to have them already, and if you don't, I mean, you need something sharp, you know, to cut them with, because they are metal. Now, a few things I'm going to say is, I'm probably already mentioned it in the video, but you need to get like a screw that really fits inside the hole of the stand of the rod at the bottom, because if you don't, you might have a higher chance of it breaking, you know, and you know, it's the same situation over and over again. This thing, because I did it, you know, fairly quick, it really didn't take me much than an hour or even 30 minutes even. Now these, I'm pretty sure they're like an inch you know, length. I mean, here's my ring for an example. It's not that big, right? You don't really need big ones. You don't really need, you know, the very, very small ones, but anything helps, you know. And in the video, I showed you like a screw, right? A regular screw too. Honestly, you don't really need these types of screws. You just need something like a string that can go through that hole. I picked these because they're like steel or metal, some kind of metal, but it's really, really strong. I mean, it took me a long time to cut this even, but it's really, really strong. You know, you want something that will last. You know, the ones that the other one had were really weak already, but you know, you want something that lasts, and they're smooth too. The little barbed thing right here, I think it's going to be harder to put inside because again, they're barbed. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please, you know, leave a comment, sub if you want, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon.